to Dallas?
Listen, life is unexpected. You just never know what's going to happen. I am super excited to start this partnership with Derek James. He has brought a lot out of me. Again, there's many tools in the bag, and you're going to see that July 11th.
Alycia, how would you rate Derek James as a trainer?
10 out of 10. Next.
Alycia, so it's a big moment for you. So how do you stay locked in and block out the noise, especially when there are people that are calling out your name and things of that nature?
It's important to lock in because, baby, the assignment is July 11th. My opponent, Jennifer Miranda, she's undefeated. She's coming. She's hungry. She wants to take advantage of the night. I know I will be taking advantage of the night. And so you just have to understand your assignment. I know what mine is July 11th.
Jennifer Miranda is noticeably taller and bigger than you. With that being said, do you think that'll play a part into the fight?
I mean, you see Michaela Mayer, and we see what we did to her, right? Exactly. And still, next question.
How do you like the transition to Dallas?
I love the transition to Dallas. Dallas has been great, very welcoming, very loving. It's one thing to be in many parts of the world, but right now I'm in Dallas and I've been taking advantage of it. It's been good.
What about the barbecue?
The barbecue, listen, we can eat sandwiches and fries around here. I have no issues making weight.
What's your favorite food spot in Dallas?
My favorite food spot? That's a great question. I'm still writing the list.
Jake Paul has a fight with Julio Cesar Chavez here soon. How do you see that fight going out? Break it down for us as well.
I think you're going to see the levels of what Jake Paul has been working on with his team. I think he has a great team. He has Third, who's a Kronk trainer. I've trained with Kronk before, so they have a certain strategy when it comes down to breaking an opponent down. So I think we'll see that from Jake.
And obviously July 11th is going to be the biggest women card this year. And you're part of it. How do you feel about that?
It's a blessing. I literally remember being at the first fight at Madison Square Garden and commentating and remember saying, one day I'll be here fighting, and here we are fighting as a co-main event at one of the biggest and just history-making spots, Madison Square. So.
I'm sorry. Is the fight with Alycia, is that done now?
Listen, we got Jennifer Miranda to take care of July 11th. So see that and understand that I am the standard when it comes to women's boxing. I am her. So.
I know there's been back and forth with you and Clarissa, but would you be willing to at least send her some tickets to the fight?
Listen, you gotta talk to the man. I'm just the fighter, baby. I'm just the champion showing up to the fight on birthday, baby. That's it. Big champ.
Alycia, I know there's another fight. People want to hear the breakdown of it. Crawford, Canelo. What do you think about that fight? Obviously, hearing you commentate, once you're done with boxing, I'm sure you're gonna do a phenomenal job on that. But break that fight down for us.
That's a great fight. You have two experienced fighters. When we talk about experience, when we talk about athleticism, when we talk about skill, all those come together when you think of Terrence Crawford and Canelo. And with what I'm seeing is that Canelo's been in this game for years. He's experienced losses twice. He took a challenge fighting Bivol, lost, came back. He's doing what he loves to do. And I think we saw the fight with Terrence Crawford and him dominate in a fashion that the world was ready to see. And then we seen his last fight. So we're kind of taking off from your last fight, seeing that it's going to be a great fight. I can't pick a winner, but experience speaks, and experience will trump everything come that fight.
That's locking in with Jake Paul and MVP promotion and everything you expected, and just talk about Jake's impact on women's boxing.
Yeah, absolutely. MVP, it's a great company. They take their time. They are involved. They want to hear from the voices of the fighters. I think it's important to not just be a fighter under a roster, but be a partner, be an equal, and that's what they give the opportunity to.
What do you think about Amanda and Katie Taylor going at it for a third time? I mean, it's historic, a trilogy of women's boxing.
Yeah, it's another fight in history just to show young girls, show the boxing community that these two women have been fighting more than once. They want to settle the score July 11th. And it's an opportunity for everybody just to tune into women's sports in general. So you're going to see multiple women champions defending their titles, doing what they do best, and put on a great show.
Did the right winner win the first two fights?
It was close. They were close fights. So, I think the third fight is going to settle all of that.
Right now, you're a sizable favorite. Odd makers have you set to win. But we have seen a lot of upsets here lately, like Tierra Brown upset Scott Nicholson, Broly upset Ryan Garcia,
Right.
Clint got upset.
Right.
But with all that being said, is there any chance that Baumgardner gets upset, gets asked to
Sir, I'm gonna need you to repeat that question. It's trash, throw it out. No, this is the thing. I never take anybody, I never underestimate anybody. This is what I do for a living. I've been boxing since the age of 8. I have 23 years into this sport. Nothing but blood, sweat, and tears, grind, baby. This is my passion, my love. So every time I step in the ring, I give my all. So there's no option to lose, baby. I can't lose. And so I'm gonna put it all out there every time, every chance I get, which y'all will see July 11th. It's a different type of fighter, a different type of skill. Like I said, I am the standard, and you're gonna see me put the punches together, baby. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, I promise you.
July 11th, what do you walk into the ring to? What's going to be the music?
Man, listen, we putting that together right now, so I got a treat for y'all. Y'all know it's one of my favorite things to do, the walkout. So it's gonna be dope. So stay tuned.
Who's the face of women's boxing?
You said what?
Who's the face of women's boxing?
Alycia Baumgardner, sir. You looking at her? Yeah. You got my Well, I will say I'm his first woman fighter, so again, you'll just see just the dynamic that we're able to work together in the corner, and I don't want to spoil it for y'all because you're gonna have to tune in July 11th to really see what Derek and I have been working on. It's gonna be amazing.
And you like this heat, huh?
I love it. Yeah. The difference between training in Michigan and Texas is just being in a different space. You know, I have the same mentality, so I could be in Kentucky, I could be in Tennessee, but I have the same mentality when it comes to coming into the gym, coming to the sanctuary, and doing what I do best. So it don't matter where I go, just as long as I'm thriving, baby, we survive.
What do you think about Manny Pacquiao coming out of retirement to fight for that belt right there, the green belt against Mario Barrios?
I love it. Listen, the boxing mentality, to be a fighter is to be a warrior, so I don't take away nothing from Pacquiao to want to get back in there and to feel as if he can be back in there. He's more than qualified, and I want to see it.
Who do you think's going to win that fight?
Listen, I'm a Pacquiao fan, so.